Hi, a very good Saturday morning to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And my dear friends, I'm sure you do remember that in my last short video, as we call them shorts, I did mention that the main purpose of our video talks is to enable you all to pick up as soon as possible the ability to communicate well in English with the correct accent and the correct pronunciation, and to gain that confidence, and understand, most of the colloquial terms and expressions. And I also mentioned that I personally don't believe in all that jazz in these videos, gimmicks and show and all these things. My main purpose is content, okay? And like in places where I also train physically, I find it very, very satisfying and happy that people who I trained maybe 4 years, 5 years ago, they're still in touch with me. I mean, that is the bonding that we always had. So, it's a great feeling. It's better than having over 1,000 subscribers. That's okay. It's great having it and getting so many likes. But I feel much more. I feel more happy when the people I train, that they feel that they have learned something, right? So, today, in fact, not today, something happened a school friend of mine sent me an article which I found it very interesting. So I am about to modify that a bit and share it with you all because it is pretty interesting. It is about certain words, many parts of the human body, like we have head, like we have fingers. Many parts of the human body can be used, as verbs, in either physical, can be used either in physical or in a metaphorical sense. Okay. Now, I'm not going into the details of what is a physical verb and what is a metaphorical verb and all that, but we may discuss that later in the grammatical aspect. But in short, a physical verb are basically action verbs. Okay, they're basically action verbs. And a metaphor, as you may know, is just a figure of speech. But anyway, listen very carefully. It's very interesting. I don't need to explain in detail to you. Once you will hear it, you will be able to understand it yourself. All right? And that is another aspect of my way of training people to improve their communication skills and spoken English skills, is try to decipher, means try to analyze and understand it yourself certain things. That will build up your confidence. You need confidence, and then we will look into the accent, the pronunciation, etc. Okay, it will all fall in place with practice, listening skills, right? Now listen here. I'm going to give you two sets of examples using parts of our human body. Hear me out. 1. You can head an organization or a company. You can head. Now head is your head, matha, sir, and over here, head means you are leading an organization or a team, whatever it may be, or a company. So you can head an organization, but if things go wrong, you will have to shoulder the responsibility. So we have head and we have the shoulder here. Here, to shoulder the responsibility, or for anybody, you need to shoulder the responsibility of your family. That means to take charge of it. দায়িত্বটা তোমার ঘাড়ে দেওয়া হলো। So এখানে if anything goes wrong, যদি কিছু ভুলভাল হয়ে যায়, পুরো দায়িত্ব তোমার ঘাড়ে, on your shoulders, right? So we have the head, we have the shoulder. Interesting, isn't it? And then the blame or the fault of whatever has happened, you will have to face the investors, the directors, the stakeholders, whoever it may be. So you'll have to face them. Face ekhane mukh, but ekhane face here would mean you'll have to give the reason, because you will be held responsible. Okay? জবাবদিহি তোমাকেই হতে হবে. You'll have to face the music. Understood? So that was one example where we had the head, we had shoulders, we had face, and we had, of course, the face, I said. Okay? Now, another example of sentences with parts of our body. A good leader will back his team members or employees. Back. Now, back here is your back, and at the same time, back over here means to support, to fight for his team, all right, or his employees that are under him. But if you don't toe the line, if you don't toe the line, toe over here, পায়ের আঙ্গুলগুলোকে toe বলা হয়, your toes and your feet. But here in this sense, if you don't toe the line, T-O-E, don't toe the line, means if you do not follow the diktat or the direction of the company or the policies of the company, then the management can skin you, S-K-I-N, chamra, they can skin you. Here, skin you means তোমাকে বহিষ্কার করে দিতে পারে, তোমাকে চাকরি থেকে বরখাস্ত করে দিতে পারে. They can terminate your service, they can put you into a lot of things, they can give you a show cause notice, all sorts of troubles you can get into. But anyway, we are not going into all that. We are looking into the sentence using parts of your body here with different meaning altogether. So we have back, and we have skin, and we basically here we have these two. We'll back his employees, and then toe the line, follow the line. Isn't it interesting, my dear friends? Keep these things in mind, listen to it many times so that you can use these things in different ways. He went over there, and I'll back the candidate for the coming elections. I'll back my friend, and I'm not going to toe the line of the boss every time. I have my own say. I'm not an idiot. Okay? So you must learn how to use these words. That is the very essence of learning communication skills. Okay? There's no rocket science into that. And I'm going to end today with, what shall I end it with? Sarcasm, sarcastic humor, You know what is sarcastic humor? It is like punching someone on the face with words. Anyway, I'm just going to give you an example of sarcastic humor. Okay? With all due respect to doctors, I have many friends who are doctors. Some of them are truly doctors. Okay? I'm using that word, some are true doctors. They may all be very highly qualified, etc. But to me, a true doctor has a lot of other meanings. So, who is a doctor? Now, this is a sarcastic definition of a doctor. A doctor is a person who kills your ills. Ills means your sicknesses. So, a doctor is a person who kills your ills with pills. Pills means medicines, tablets, capsules. So a doctor is a person who kills your ills with pills and then kills you with bills. Well, that's about it all for this Saturday morning edition. Have a wonderful weekend, my dear friends. And if you're here for the first time, I would request you to kindly subscribe to our very simple channel, and also for all the other beloved viewers of our channel, please, you always do so, but again, just a reminder, do put a like, and a comment as usual, as I always say, is always appreciated and loved. That's all for today, my dear friends. Take care. Be good. Bye-bye.